Beethoven's Seventh asked me why I made, what's the context of this last video I made, and I thought some other commenter asked me that too. Maybe that was a different video. But anyway, since I thought they both asked, I was going to just say real quick. I mean, I like talking about the way people think, and I especially also am very interested in human error, the history of human misconceptions. I love all of that stuff that, we thought the planets went on epicycles and the Earth was in the center, and phlogiston and the ether, and just all of these theories. I like them, and I like studying that, and I use the errors that we've made in the past, these subtle errors, and trying, to see why it made sense that people thought that way, even though they were mistaken, to look at right now things that make sense to think right now where I think people are mistaken. So I like to put those things out there, and I end up more interested in how people think than what they think. I'm not the kind of person that spends a lot of time telling you what to think. Really, once you get, I think, to politics in a way, that's a level where even if I'm trying not to tell you what to think or do, I am to some degree. I believe we need this restoration project. There needs to be a national restoration project. I think we should spend, taxpayer money into you in particular. That might be like, something that obviously I'm trying to tell you what to do if I say the nation should do something like that at that level. But really, usually, in something like this, I'm telling you not what to think about something in the end. I'm just saying think about it without taking sides. Um, but really, I was talking in this video, yeah, come to think of it, more specifically, just that it occurred to me that you can get ahead this way. And it's occurred to me before, and, in other words, I was just happened to be thinking about this because I would like to describe the errors that people make um, so that they start catching them. Some number of people out there are falling for this. They've been told a controversial topic, which is good. That part's good, bringing up a controversial topic. But then they've been told to choose sides. I just don't do that, okay? And I just refuse that. Sometimes I could even see that it would have been better just to take the side. It was sort of a mistake for me to resist it so much. I mean, as a practical matter, or because one person really was that much more right than the other, that, the difference between taking sides and just being, um, doing what's right is so small that it can make sense to just use the grouping behavior because it's like a pack mentality, and I think there are reasons for it in evolutionary biology, but pretty much it's in our intellect, and when we're thinking and we're not in that kind of situation, we're not, philosophizing from a position of panicking, then it's just a matter of uh, removing it as an error, along with a lot of other errors from how we think. And then the ideas we'll come up with, I think, are going to be amazing. I mean, because when I think of a political idea, like the restoration idea, I think we should do this huge restoration thing. When, I think it's a pretty good idea. But to tell you the truth, I believe that two heads are better than one when it comes to engineering and, real practical things like that. It's just going to be amazing what we all come up with together when we get rid of the errors in our thinking, the little snags that cause the thought process to swirl in these little, like, what the hell, insanity moments that really plague all of our thought. Those of us that are super rational, well, even we have, because we clean out maybe the little goblins and fairies and stuff, that's easy. But what about little, tendencies, like to view something as a war, and fall for this kind of thing that you have to take sides. And when there's all of these people using it to manipulate uh, others into giving them power, through whichever means, through popularity, through actually having advancement in, business and getting more material rewards or other kinds of rewards. I mean, we're using this, we're falling for this tactic, and so yeah, that's why I bring it up.